classified as torture by the United Nations. He was voted funniest comedian by people with significant hearing loss. Please welcome Max Blake.
Hi. You all look like you're expecting something. Can I help you? You guys would just do me a favor and just pose for a second. I just want to take a picture of this and Snapchat it to my ex-girlfriend. Is that cool with you guys? Can you just pose for 1 second? How you like me now? Hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Max Blake. I'm a junior here at this fine institution of Wayne Hills. Thank you for spending your Throwback Thursday with us. Alright, enough about you, let's get to me. In all seriousness, I hope the world does end next week, because my school schedule is awful. I have gym right after lunch. Anyone else have that match made in heaven? I was in a fun activity called jogging. Take a good look at me. I'm not built to jog, alright? That wasn't in the blueprints. I'm fat, for those of you in the back who can't see that well back there. There's more than me that meets the eye. I like that one. This side of the room gets me, right? No one there. Awkward? Hashtag let's make it awkward. Shh, not that funny. And my gym teacher wasn't exactly so sympathetic. She's like, well, you know, like, what happens, like, if you're in danger and you need to get out of there fast? If my life was depending on it, I don't think I'd jog out of the situation. It wouldn't be like, hey, kid, you want some candy? Like, no thanks, stranger. Whatever. That's why God invented Heelys. Danger breaks out, I break out. Alright, shut up. Next joke. I do hope the world ends next week, but I'd be happier if it didn't end, to be honest. Like, some kid just pours his heart out to this girl on Facebook the night before, and then the world doesn't end, and they have to sit next to each other in chemistry the next day. He's like, oh, yeah, sorry, that was my friend. By the way, that was my friend was the biggest lie ever. That was my friend means, sorry, I thought it would work. Oh, the world does that next week. But I don't know why we're trusting the Mayans. We haven't trusted them before for anything. There was never like a time where I needed to make a quick decision. Like, what would the Mayans do? What would King Pakal do? See, he was a Mayan leader and you didn't even know that. You're gonna trust him when he says you're gonna die next week? I don't know why we're so obsessed with Mayans. The closest thing we have to Mayan culture today is Taco Bell. And I don't know about you, but I don't trust Taco Bell. Got an iPhone recently. Team iPhone, anyone out here? Team iPhone? Think about the iPhone. I just got the 4. I didn't get the 4S. I didn't really have a need for Siri. Do any of you use Siri for anything useful or important? Don't lie to yourself. The answer is no. You haven't. I remember one time I did see someone use Siri for something useful. I was in New York City, and he was on his bike, and he fell off on the side of the road. He fell off his bike, he hurt himself really bad, and he made the world's smartest decision by going to his imaginary computer lady on his phone for help rather than, I don't know, any living person in New York City. You know why? Because we live in a generation with smartphones and stupid people. That's true, laugh at yourself. That's absolutely true. So he's talking to his phone. He's like, Siri, I'm bleeding really bad. Can you call me an ambulance? And that brilliant little thing just chimes back, okay, from now on, I'll call you an ambulance. Good, he deserved that. He did. That's why I didn't pay the extra $100 for the app. Do I really need something that just responds to me with stupid and completely irrelevant responses whenever I talk to it? My girlfriend already does that for me. And I pay her much less. Shh, my time. I did get a little freaked out when I ordered it though. I ordered this thing off eBay from a straight shooter named Big Pimp 02 from Detroit. What could go wrong, right? I ordered it, I get it, I go to the Sprint store to activate it, and the first thing I do, I get a text, and it's from an unknown area code, and the message reads, Darrell, I hit the body. I learned a lesson that day. Never get a phone from the murder capital of the United States. Mom, Dad, you're here tonight. Can you stand up, pretend like you're proud of me for 30 seconds? My friends are watching. Mom, Dad, where are you? Hey, remember you had a son? Yeah, he's right here. I don't think my parents like me, I'll be completely honest. I get kind of scared. In most families, you know, there's a favorite child. If there's a fire and they can only take one, which one's going to be a doctor? But it works a little differently in my family. My parents just have a least favorite child, or if there was a fire, they would do everything in their power to keep me in it. Get what I was out. But I have proof, you know, I don't just say this out of spite, I have proof. My sister Grace, when she turned 16, we went to Puerto Rico. My sister Hannah turned 16, went to Disney World. You know where I went on my 16th birthday? I went to the dentist. I got a root canal, okay? There was no tan, there was a Magic Kingdom. My sister got her cake served by Goofy. The only reason I saw Mickey Mouse is because of all the nitric oxide I was choking down on. Real life. Any freshman girls out here tonight? Just kidding. Heard you before I came in. Do you have Mavs? Are you on white? Where's Kelly? Oh my god, we should go to Jasmine's. Oh my god, do you want to join Crunch? Do you have Mavs? Are you on Maroon? You've been out of Skylar for like 3 months. Don't act like you forgot about the Quiet Coyote. Girls are interesting though. Girls say things like, I can't even. I can't even. And I'm like, can't even what? Finish your sentences? Make a complete thought? It's funny, because my girlfriend, she asked me, she's like, yeah, how come like you never finish anything that you say you're gonna do? I'm like, yeah, hey, how's that diet going? Ooh. Do you even know which diet I'm talking about? No, the one from Tuesday, not Wednesday. Girls also like to make up their own words, I found out. My personal favorite is shet. S-H-E-T, shet. I'm not really sure what it means, but I hear it all the time. Did you hear Katie? She was totally talking shet. It's a real word, it's a real word. Country of origin, Selfie Nation. Girls. This is me forgetting my joke in case you haven't realized that by now. Girls like to play a fun game with guys, I realize that. They like to belittle themselves and then wait for you to try to convince them that they're wrong. Like, I'm so fat. Guys, here's a tip. The quickest way to get her to stop doing that, start agreeing with her. I'm so fat. Fat? No, you're enormous. So when she's crying, she's like, well, why would you even say that? You're like, oh, so now you're mad at me for agreeing with you? That's funny how that works. Thank you guys so much. My name is Max Blake. Have a great Max Blake, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause. You can follow him at Dude, It's Max Blake on Twitter. He also has a podcast, Max on Max. You can listen to that on SoundCloud if you couldn't get enough of his wonderful act tonight. Download that, give him some love on SoundCloud, and give him a follow on Twitter if you haven't already. Our last act of the evening, the star